Have you ever felt like someone pulls you two steps back every time you step forward? Are you surrounded by toxic people who drain your energy and make you second guess your worth? If so, you're not alone. We show up, we try to set boundaries, we try to stay true to ourselves, but it's exhausting and it takes a toll. We start to doubt ourselves, our worthiness, our ability to have healthy connections. That self-doubt, my friends, is where self-sabotage creeps in. My name is Cliff, and today we're diving deep into the topic of self-sabotage in toxic relationships. We're going to unpack the ways we undermine ourselves, and more importantly, how to break free. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for the final suggestion. It could change everything for you. First up, create boundaries. This is your first line of defense in any relationship, but it's especially crucial when dealing with toxic individuals. Boundaries are about identifying and establishing what you will and won't tolerate. This means getting really honest with yourself about what brings you joy, what causes you pain, and what you need to feel safe and respected. Once you're clear on your boundaries, you have to communicate them. This can be tough, especially if you're not used to asserting yourself. But remember, you teach people how to treat you. You have a right to speak your truth and express your needs. Be direct, be clear, and be assertive. Don't be afraid to say things like, "I'm not comfortable with that," or "I need you to respect my time." Setting boundaries is a powerful act of self-care. It's about honoring your worth and protecting your emotional well-being. Keep watching until the end, where I give you the most life-changing tip. Our next step is to take a good hard look at the relationships in our lives. Who are we surrounding ourselves with? Who brings us joy, who drains us, and who makes us feel small? This is where reflection comes in. I encourage you to set aside some time for yourself, grab a journal, and really dig deep. Think about the people you spend the most time with, and write down how each relationship makes you. Do you feel energized and inspired after spending time with this person? Or do you feel depleted and deflated? Do you feel seen and heard, or dismissed and minimized? Journaling can be incredibly powerful for gaining clarity. It allows us to tap into our emotions and uncover patterns in our relationships that we might not otherwise see. Clarity is key here. When we take the time to reflect on our relationships, we can start to see who's genuinely adding value to our lives and who might be holding us back. Keep watching. Next, I talk about the guilt. Let go of guilt. It's okay to choose yourself. This next step is often the hardest, but it's essential for breaking free from self-sabotaging behaviors. We have to let go of the guilt. It's so easy to get caught up in feeling guilty when we try to distance ourselves from toxic people, especially if they're family members or longtime friends. We tell ourselves we should be more understanding, more forgiving, more willing to put up with bad behavior because of the history we share. But here's the truth. Prioritizing your mental health is not selfish. It's necessary. You deserve to be in relationships where you feel respected, supported, and loved. And sometimes that means making the difficult decision to step away from people who are no longer serving you. Letting go of guilt is a process, and it's okay to grieve the relationships you leave behind. Allow yourself to feel the sadness, the anger, the confusion, all of it. But also allow yourself to feel the freedom of choosing for yourself. Watch next to learn about support, and you'll be closer to the most significant tip of all. Build a support system. You don't have to do this alone. When you're trying to break free from self-sabotaging behaviors and navigate the challenges of toxic relationships, it's crucial to have a strong support system in place. You don't have to do this alone. In fact, you shouldn't. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, encourage you, and believe in your worth. These are the people who will remind you of your strength when you forget, who will celebrate your victories, and who will offer a shoulder to cry on when you need it. Your support system can include friends, family members, mentors, therapists, or even online communities. The important thing is to find people who you can be vulnerable with, who will listen without judgment, and who will offer genuine support. When you have a solid support system, you're creating a buffer against negativity. You're reminding yourself that you're not alone, and that you have people who care about you. And when the going gets tough, you'll have people to lean on, who can help you stay strong and focused on your goals. You made it this far. The next tip is the most significant. Practice self-compassion. The key to transformation. And finally, we come to the most important tip of all. Practice self-compassion. This is foundational for breaking the cycle of self-sabotage, not just in toxic relationships, but in all areas of our lives. Self-compassion means treating ourselves with the same kindness, care, and understanding that we would offer a close friend. It means recognizing that we are all imperfect, we all make mistakes, and we all struggle at times. When we can approach ourselves with this kind of gentleness, we create space for healing and growth. We stop beating ourselves up for our perceived failures and start offering ourselves the support we need to move forward. Remember, encountering toxic relationships is a part of life. It doesn't mean you're weak, flawed, or unworthy of love. It simply means you're human, so be kind to yourself. Now that you have these 5 strategies, it's time to take action. Start implementing them today to create healthier connections and break the cycle of self-sabotage. Don't forget, the last point on practicing self-compassion is where the real transformation begins. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos tackling self-sabotaging behaviors. Remember, you deserve to thrive, not just survive. Thanks for watching, and remember, be kind to yourself.